in 8 seasons, but it's his first match for Spurs since coming from Liverpool a week ago. And the experience he ought to bring to the Spurs defence is underlined by the fact that this is his 35th game at Wembley. The other good news for Spurs fans, Steve Archibald will start the match despite his ankle injury, and he'll be partnered up front by number 11 Mark Falco, who's the replacement for the injured Garth Crooks. In defence, Miller and Roberts keep their places for now, with the new signing Paul Price from Luton named among the 5 substitutes, of whom any 2 can be used. Aston Villa also start with a new signing on the bench, Andy Blair from Coventry, and there's just one change from the Championship team. That's at number 8, where an injury to Gary Shaw gives a chance to David Geddes, whose last Wembley appearance was for Ipswich Town against Arsenal in the 1978 Cup final, when he made the winning goal. 2 things about the Wembley pitch. It's 5 yards narrower than it was last season because of the speedway track being laid down, and there's a new mark 10 yards from each corner flag, and that's to indicate where defenders must stand when a corner is being taken. They've got to be 10 yards away. It's an FA experiment, and it's up to league clubs to decide whether or not they follow suit and put the mark on their pitches. And the referee today is Alf Gray from Great Yarmouth, one of our FIFA officials. So Aston Villa start the match playing from right to left, and the 2 clubs in their normal colours. Spurs in white with Glenn Hoddle, number 10. Ozzy Ardiles. Graham Roberts. Spurs back 4, as it was in the FA Cup final, with Perryman playing right back but wearing 6. That was Des Bremner for Villa, looking for Peter With. Ray Clements will appreciate an early feel of the ball and gets an appreciative cheer from the Tottenham fans, who are behind the goal that Clements is occupying in the first half. Ardiles. On the run, Archibald, cut out by Evans. Miller. Here's Hoddle. Challenges by Gordon Cowans. On by Archibald. McNaught who slipped. Falco could be in. Mark Falco stronger on his left foot than he is on his right, but that fell to his wrong foot. And the reason it fell to him was because Ken McNaught made the mistake. Geddes now for Villa. Into Peter With. Back to Mortimer. Now Ardiles. Foul by Mortimer, who's shaved his beard off before the start of this season. He may look unfamiliar to some of you. He had that beard for quite a time, the Villa captain. This is Falco to Ardiles. Oh, another foul, but the referee wanted to play an advantage, and a second tackle came in from Colin Gibson. And it's Ardiles who for the moment appears to be the target. Chipped in by Hoddle. And here he is again. Perryman. This pitch looks very rough on the edges, I must say, where this speedway track has been. It's not in Wembley tradition at all. Ardiles. Number 9, Tony Galvin. And the tackle was by Swain. Here's Archibald. Well, Falco, at whatever level he's played, has scored a number of goals. He's a good finisher normally, and he'll be keen to take his chance while Garth Crooks is recovering from that cartilage operation. Archibald it was who chested the ball there to bring it under control, hooked it across, and Falco arrived there under pressure. Well, eventually somebody will bring the ball down. And it was Hoddle with a superb volley pass to Archibald. Foul by Swain, was it? Referee Gray, up with play, said no. Magnificent ball by Glenn Hoddle. The first moment of exquisite skill from the new season, provided by him. Ultimate. Cowans. Tottenham are winning an awful lot of tackles in midfield just at the moment, and they're being won by players who weren't noted for their defending. Offside against Archibald. I say weren't because Hoddle and Ardiles at one time were players who only wanted to go forward, but that's a feature of Tottenham's game that really improved on their way to winning the Cup last season. That's aimed at Peter With. Foul there. Ball played on in, but the referee already spotting the use of the arms in the penalty area. Good spot by Alf Gray there as With went up and McNaught closed in. To see as the long free kick is taken here, Peter With going up first. Look at how he uses his arms there on Graham Roberts. And then Ken McNaught got a bit of a touch, but the whistle had already gone. There's Archibald battling with Swain. Galvin arriving. Nice effort. Tony Galvin, a player who can cut inside on his more favoured right foot, but that was straight at Jimmy Rimmer. Oh, well played by Aston Villa. And here comes Geddes. Well stopped by Ray Clements, who read the intentions of Geddes and is now stranded. The linesman's flag is up. Clements will get his free kick, but the initial save was his first of importance for Tottenham because Geddes was through. Put through, in fact, by Tony Morley with a lovely little ball there beyond the Tottenham defence, and Geddes came in at the angle. Ray Clements read what Geddes was going to do and just got those hands to the ball. Miller. So, Spurs 0, Aston Villa 0. And the Villa fans now making themselves heard at the right-hand end as we look. It's all getting very fiery in there, and lashing out with the foot there. Chris Hughton on Peter With, and Chris Hughton must surely be booked. The referee books Peter With. McNaught, that's a free kick. There's Bremner, that's a good ball. With now marked by Roberts. Oh, chopped him. This is becoming something of a vendetta between With and Tottenham at the moment. Villa's free kick. That's Evans getting up, and here he is again. And Clement saves, and then Beats With to the rebound. Shot by Alan Evans initially. There's Galvin. Villa. Galvin again. Spurs with 4 players forward. A good tackle by Des Bremner. Here's Tony Morley. The two front players looking for positions, and it's going to come to Colin Gibson, and Geddes on the far post is unmarked, and Graham Roberts intercepted. Otherwise, a certain goal for Aston Villa. David Geddes was just waiting to snap up the cross. Just get the feeling that temperatures have been rising a little bit these last few minutes. And the referee having a word with Tony Morley, who I think was possibly booked for dissent. With! Ray Clements didn't make the cross. And Villa's player of the year last season, Big Peter With, puts them in front. There's Clements going up, got confused with his own defender, and With put the ball in. Poor Ray Clements, most unfortunate. But for Peter With, the sort of goal that centre-forwards thrive on. When it drops like that, there it goes in the back of the net. And Jimmy Rimmer using his head in more ways than one. But here comes Spurs with Galvin. Ardiles. This is Villa. And Falco. McNaught to Falco. Villa. Ardiles. Archibald. Roberts. Hoddle. That was actually seeking out Tony Galvin. It was a bit late starting, I think. There are 10 minutes to go in the first half, and the league champions, Aston Villa, lead the FA Cup holders Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0. This is Perryman. Falco. Hoddle. Tony Galvin coming in on that side, and it was just knocked behind there by Ken Swain. Hoddle spraying the passes about, and Spurs searching for the equaliser. Ardiles cross, Roberts with the header. Miller is in there, but so is Rimmer. with just getting the other side of Roberts, and Tottenham are still just a little untidy at the back. This is Houghton, Villa, and here's with Geddes. Geddes again. Oh, came off Glenn Hoddle. Ball by Ardila, straight to Gordon Cowns. Swain and Bremner both joining the attack on the far side. This is Gibson. Morley. Cowns. Geddes' flick. Roberts clearance. It's Tony Morley for Aston Villa, but poor control. They're playing for an offside here, and they've got it. Spurs moving up, a tactic not particularly appreciated by supporters. And I hope we shan't see too much of that this season. Ron Saunders' team are not the offenders there, but that's a particular tactic which was used a lot in the First Division last year, and I, for one, deplore it. That was Falco to Villa. Paul Miller for Tottenham. Ardiles. Archibald. Ardiles. Falco. Good play! Oh, what a great goal by Mark Falco! Magnificent build-up by Tottenham, and what a devastating finish. Archibald involved, so was Ardiles, and Falco, controlling the ball with his left, pivoted and hit it with his right. A magnificent finish from a player who prefers his left foot. And that's brought the afternoon to life. Tony Morley. I'm sure Garth Crooks, who's been a guest of the BBC today, will appreciate that goal from his deputy. Just the sort of thing, too, to give Mark Falco some confidence. Houghton. Well, Spurs manager Keith Birkinshaw will be quite pleased with the strength of his squad if he can bring a reserve in and he can produce a goal like that. Dennis Mortimer offside. That's delighted the Spurs following. Villa playing very square here in defence. Right at the end of the first half, it's Villa for Spurs. Ardiles. from Swain. Linesman flags for a free kick to Aston Villa. Well, Jimmy Rimmer stood no chance with that. It came like a bolt from the blue. So the half ends on a high note for Tottenham. And warm applause for Mark Falco. The move which led up to the goal said an awful lot about the tapestry of Tottenham's play. And it equalised an earlier effort, which was far more simple for Peter With, who's making the peace with Ozzy Ardiles after what at times was a tempestuous first half. It ends with a score between the league champions and the FA Cup winners of 1-1. Well, that's the Shield they're playing for, and the event actually moved to Wembley in 1974, the year that Liverpool beat Leeds on penalties. But there won't be any penalties today, because if the match is drawn after 90 minutes, the teams share that Shield. They have it for 6 months each. There's an interesting shot there. Steve Archibald is saying to Garth Crooks up on our gantry, look at the way this fella's finishing. It'll be tough for you to get your place back after Falco's goal in the first half. So away goes Spurs, playing now from the right in the second half. There's Galvin. And Villa. Dennis. And here's Bremen. Bear in mind that either side can use 2 substitutes out of the 5 on the bench. Villa. And if Archibald feels the effects of the injury in the second half, then I've no doubt that Tottenham will think about bringing on either Gary Brook or Chris Jones, because they don't want Archibald missing from the first league match next week. Mortimer receiving attention. He's changed his gloves a couple of times, Jimmy Rimmer. Here's Archibald for Spurs. It's a somewhat risky ball, but Chris Hughton got it by courtesy of Peter With. Nobody to his right at all. But there were 3 players to his left, and one of them is Galvin. By McNaught, here's Houghton. Oh, Falco missed his kick. And Hoddle. To Galvin. Falco scores again! Well, what a match he's having. Spurs fans celebrate once more. They've come from behind to take the lead, as indeed they did in the cup final replay. Galvin's cross, Ken McNaught with a header out. It came to Chris Hughton, whose shot landed at the feet of Falco, who completely missed the first one. Suddenly Galvin had the ball back again. It went to Hoddle, then to Galvin, and here's Falco now finishing with his trusted left foot. So 3 minutes gone in the second half, and Spurs lead 2-1. And Mark Falco's on a hat-trick, and would you believe, no player has scored a hat-trick in the Charity Shield since 1957, and it happened against Aston Villa. Here's Villa. Ardiles to Villa. Oh, he's got Falco in here, and this time Rimmer foils him. It was Tommy Taylor, the late Tommy Taylor of Manchester United, who last scored a Charity Shield hat-trick 24 years ago. Tommy Taylor, who died in the Munich air crash only a year later. Well, when it comes to matches at Wembley, it's very difficult to keep Tottenham down, as Aston Villa are discovering. They've got a really terrific Wembley record, Tottenham, in FA Cups, League Cups. Although they've never played in the Charity Shield at Wembley before. And neither, for that matter, can Aston Villa. And a substitution, because Dennis Mortimer is still suffering from that injury, and he is going off. And Andy Blair, signed from Coventry City for a fee eventually fixed by the tribunal, is going to get his chance as Mortimer goes off with an injury. Now Andy Blair is wearing number 13, and he started off on the left-hand side of midfield with Gordon Cowans in the centre. With Clements wanting to claim that and eventually doing so. Aston Villa need a bigger squad this season. They were very lucky last season with ever present. 7 players played in every match, and they've got a European Cup campaign this year as well. So the reason for Blair's signing was to strengthen the squad. There's Evans. And there goes Geddes. And that's where Clements is going to give Tottenham something, I fancy. His ability to come out and patrol that area behind the back four, where he likes to be very much in charge. There's Andy Blair. Well played by Colin Gibson. It's going to come to Tony Morley. And there's width coming in, and that's gone in. And again, the cross beats Ray Clements. And again, Peter Withe puts the ball in the net. And Aston Villa are level after 52 minutes. Some very good work initially by Colin Gibson. And Ray Clements is injured. The cross finally came in from Tony Morley. And Peter Withe coming in behind David Geddes here as Clements missed his punch. And in fairness to Peter Withe, Clements was already beaten before he was injured. So Peter Withe, with 21 goals last season, has got 2 in this match. And the Tottenham goalkeeper, signed from Liverpool last week, is having a harrowing debut here. Now, it may just be that Milja Alexic, who's been displaced by Ray Clements, will have to be prepared now to come on as a substitute, because the 5 subs obviously include a goalkeeper, and Milja Alexic, who played in the cup final, is just getting ready in case Ray Clements can't resume. Keith Birkinshaw watching anxiously. So on his 35th appearance in this famous stadium, Ray Clements having a very difficult match. So Peter Withe puts the score back to 2-2. 2 for Withe and 2 for Falcao. Here's Villa. And now it's Hoddle. impression is that Glenn Hoddle has drifted out of the game after that rather dramatic start he made in the first 10 or 15 minutes. But perhaps he'll come back into it later on. With up again, here's Bremner, and now Blair, and Blair again, and it might run for Peter With. Well, there's been some lively play spasmodically in the two penalty areas, and Aston Villa very close to going 3-2 up there. Falco. Good turn by Mark Falco. And Jimmy Rimmer gets down very well to that sort of shot. It's one of his specialist pieces of goalkeeping. His positioning when a player is coming in on goal. He was in absolutely the right place, and he made the save look a great deal easier than perhaps it might have been. Falco coming in there, finding space for this shot, but look where Rimmer is. Geddes, Cowans, and there's one for Clements to turn against the bar and over from Des Bremner, and he's smiling his way through it, Ray Clements, but he's having one of those days. Really teasing ball that, and as David Geddes comes in, Clements turns it against the bar. Corner to Villa. As McNaughty was up, there's a whistle gone. Blair shoots, a player in the penalty area doing some pushing. And a free kick. 15 minutes left then in the Charity Shield. The score 2-2. But it's been a match of fits and starts. There have been some long quiet periods, and then all of a sudden flashes of excitement. Archibald dispossessed by Gibson, and he's got Geddes on the left wing, well placed. Peter With making his way into the penalty area, joined by three others, and Roberts turning it back. To With, and won by Glenn Hoddle. Here he is again. Gordon Cowans. Blair. And again, here's With. Oh, Blair was fouled there after he played the return ball. Paul Miller was the offender. Andy Blair trying to tuck it back into Peter With, and as he did so, Paul Miller was very late with the tackle. Well, they've got three tall men to come in on this, Aston Villa. They've got McNaught, Evans and With. Blair squaring it to Morley. There's Bremner. Evans in there, so is Geddes. One point about Geddes is that he's playing in place of Gary Shaw, who's injured, but in 3 of Villa's 6 friendly matches prior to the season starting, Gary Shaw has been substituted, which suggests to me that Ron Saunders is not entirely happy with Shaw's form at the moment, despite his reputation. And so Geddes is playing for a place. Ron Saunders renowned for keeping players' feet on the ground, and he won't stand anybody getting bigger than the rest of the team. I think Aston Villa's pre-season build-up has been rather more forceful than Tottenham's in terms of the number of matches played and where they've been, and it may be that they're nearer to match fitness and will be a little stronger in the last few minutes here. Swain. And there's width. Oh, Roberts let him go. That was a mistake by number 4, Graham Roberts, which he quickly acknowledged. Sometimes defenders can get on the wrong side of a forward, which is what happened there. You see, Width just got away from Roberts, but the angle was tight and the shot was wide. Here's Hoddle. Oh. Well, even the best of us lose the place at times. Here's Bremner. There. That was Galvin's tackle on Bremner. It's a corner to Aston Villa. To Width up there again. Ozzy Ardiles to clear. Gibson to put it back. And that was Tony Galvin. And that was Falco, and they're making a real mess of this, Tottenham. Geddes. Well, goodness me. You'd think somebody could have got that ball away, and I'm sure Keith Birkinshaw thinks they should have done. They've just brought the pressure all the way back on themselves. Driven back in there by Tony Morley as he fell. There was some untidy defensive football from Tottenham just then, which certainly won't do when the league season starts. Hoddle. Mr. Houghton. Aston Villa shutting down space in front of Villa and indeed in front of Ardiles, and he's trying to shake off Blair. There's Galvin. Swain who came across. Ardiles. So we're going to see a grandstand finish. Here's Archibald. Spurs have got a corner anyway. Ardiles. Headed away by Bremner as far as Hoddle. Then headed away by Blair as far as Archibald. Well, that may or may not have been going in, but Jimmy Rimmer wasn't taking any chances. Steve Archibald hasn't had much of a sight of goal this afternoon, but he hit that on his left foot, and I think it might have been, well, it might have curled in. Anyway, good save. Holt who's come forward, looking for Tony Morley, but it's too strong. McNaught complaining to the referee that he was fouled after the ball had gone. Here's Falco. Oh, nice back heel by Hoddle to Falco, but there wasn't much on for him. Here's Swain. Oh, and that back heel was by width, and here comes Kenny Swain again, and Chris Hughton just made it. So the Charity Shield is shared with the two clubs holding the trophy for 6 months each. Mark Falco will be very pleased with his personal performance. 2 goals for Tottenham, 1 with his right foot and 1 with his left. And Peter With always on hand when there are chances in the 6-yard area, twice benefiting from mistakes by Ray Clements to level the final score at 2-2. Spurs keep their unbeaten record at Wembley. They've had 8 appearances here, 4 FA Cup wins, 2 League Cup wins, a draw in the first FA Cup final last season, and now a draw in the Charity Shield. So Tottenham as a club still to lose at Wembley. And this record crowd for the Charity Shield fixture, 92,500, watching now as the two teams go forward together to receive their mementos. Dennis Mortimer, the Aston Villa captain, who went off with an injury, and Steve Perryman behind him, the two captains making their way to the Royal Box together, where the famous figure of Tom Finney will present the awards. So there you are. Charity Shield is shared between Aston Villa, the league champions, and Tottenham Hotspur, the holders of the FA.
To try and beat Hughton before he could get the cross in. There's a break on here now for Spurs. The flag stayed down, and here's Falco. Oh, what a lovely goal. He really took that one so well. Mark Falco. With a mistake there, and Villiers in. Brook, leave it for Hoddle. What a goal from Glenn Hoddle. That is superb. Well, Middlesbrough punished for that. And Clements really would have made the headlines if he'd let that one slip through. But now it could be Tottenham who end up on a scoring note. Here's Villa. And Platt makes the mistake, and Ricky Villa cashes in. Tottenham score in the dying seconds of...
David Cross had scored 4 goals in one match just once before, 5 months ago at Blundell Park, Grimsby. On Wednesday night, he chose a rather more illustrious setting to repeat the feat, White Hart Lane, Tottenham. Looking on from the stands, England manager Ron Greenwood. Getting an even better view, England goalkeeper Ray Clements. Cross emphasised on Wednesday that after relatively unsuccessful spells with Rochdale, Norwich, Coventry and West Brom, it's taken the philosophy of John Lyall to realise his full potential. And his 3rd goal of the night was one he'll treasure forever. Cross says it was possibly the best he's ever scored. Ron Greenwood put it in the goal of the season category. And certainly at this stage, the man known as Psycho to his teammates and the West Ham fans was looking as lethal as any centre-forward in the country. But when we watch it again, it's clear that after the brilliant one-touch build-up between Paul Goddard and Jeff Pike, the goal was slightly unorthodox as well as superb. Cross's full-blooded volley actually came off his shin before raging into the net. But still, he wasn't finished, as the Spurs defence collapsed into complete disarray and Ray Clements began to scramble around his area in a way Liverpool fans never used to see. The final touch of an incredible night had to come from from that man, David Cross.
Villa. It's a fair ball there for Falco. And that deflected onto the top of the crossbar. Off Alan Evans. And Villa are not out of it yet as Hoddle takes it up towards the byline there. Gets a good cross in there. Falco is up. And in the end, Villa get it away with Dennis Mortimer. Bremner and the ball into touch. For a Villa throw. Such a touch-and-go thing there, and Rimmer was absolutely stranded. Falco, and the ball comes off the defender here, off Kenny Swain in fact, onto the crossbar. So here comes Villa again. There's a good cross coming in there, and surely an own goal off Gordon Smith. Well, Terry Donovan's gone away waving his arms, but Ray Clements is beaten. And surely that was an own goal off the Spurs number 4, Gordon Smith. Former Aston Villa player. And as we see it again now, it was really thumped in there well. A low, dangerous cross. Yes, off the fullback. Alan Evans is up, and Mortimer. And Ormsby was there as well, and Mortimer. 2-0. Volleyed in there by the Aston Villa captain. After that little flick on from the corner. And Villa open up a 2-goal gap. Flicked on by Peter With, I think it was in the first place. No, it was Donovan. And look at the marking leaving a certain amount to be desired there, and the volley thumped joyfully into the roof of the net by Mortimer. So it was a useful little flick on by the defender Brendan Ormsby, and a really well struck shot by Dennis Mortimer. Roberts. Moy. Here's With. Played in again there for Gibson, who'd come up quickly, and played in there by Donovan, and that's number 3. Again that move down the left, as with the first goal, involving Colin Gibson. And it was as easy as you like. Played in there for Gibson. Played across there for Donovan to take it first time. Past Clements, number 3 for Aston Villa. And Spurs at the moment seem quite incapable of producing either a cohesive movement or a remarkable idea that will at least provide them with a goal. Come a bit closer to it then. Cook finding Hoddle. Lacey, who's getting a cheer every time the ball comes anywhere near him. Finding Falco. Now, will he get into the right foot this time? And the shot pushed away well by Jimmy Rimmer. The first really explosive piece of forward play we've seen, probably from Spurs, but certainly from Falco. And now here's Villa. Gesticulating there with a defence that left him wide open, but when Villa catches them, as we saw in the cup final replay, they take a bit of stopping. After Rimmer had saved that shot from Falco, Spurs came back at them again. A minimum of backlift, a flashing shot wide of Jimmy Rimmer, and Spurs have scored to make it 1-3. With a little over a quarter of an hour left. Well, they were beaten only 3 times in the league here this season. They are still in great danger of losing twice in the league in the first week here this season. Villa. down injured for Aston Villa as Spurs come forward again with Gary Brook. In the game for Jones there. Falco took a good save by Rimmer to save Spurs from getting really back into this game at 3-2. Falco hitting that violently on the turn. And Rimmer performing well to turn it over. Ken Swain with it. Mortimer trying to get in there. And also Donovan, and they played it back short. Oh, it's going to be a goal! And it is! No, I think the referee has ruled it out and given a free kick for Tottenham. Now, Clemens had that and lost it, and you must assume that it was unfairly taken from him, according to the referee, as Mortimer goes in there. Now Donovan. Clemens goes out of his goal. I must say that looked okay to me.
Took the lead after 19 minutes with a disputed goal. Ricky Villa's cross from the left was collected by Glenn Hoddle, whose centre was only partially cleared. The ball ran on to Steve Archibald, who fired in a fierce shot, and as the ball came out towards Ardiles, Villa was standing in an offside position in the centre of the penalty area as number 11 Falco scored with a firm shot. But the referee allowed the goal to stand. After 35 minutes, Falco struck again. First, a fierce right-foot shot, which was brilliantly saved by Pete Shrivers in the Ajax goal. But Falco would not be denied. From Galvin's corner, Miller confused the defence, and Falco came in to score, making it 2-0 to Spurs and repeating his Charity Shield performance. Halfway through the second half, Spurs again foiled the Ajax offside trap. Their two Argentine players were clearly enjoying this first taste of European football. And when Ardiles played the ball through to Villa, the linesman's flag stayed down, enabling the big number 5 to go round Shrivers and literally walk the ball into the net. That made it 3-0 to Spurs and crowned a fine personal performance tonight by their bearded cup final hero. But if Spurs thought they were having it easy, their celebrations were cut short when Ajax scored straight from the kick-off. By now, the Dutch had made 2 substitutions, one early on for the injured Wim Jansen. But it was their captain and Danish international, number 6 Soren Lerby, who collected a deflection off Miller to swivel and score with his left foot. 69 minutes gone.